everyone, it's Christina with Bubblegum Paper, and I'm here with a fun washi tape birthday card to share with you. I am featuring products from Doodlebug Design, Tailored Expressions, and Mama Elephant. And today happens to be National Scrapbooking Day, so definitely check online for all the fun challenges, events, and sales. And if you are lucky enough to have a scrapbook store close to you, they may have an event or make and take happening as well. Today is also my good friend Jennifer's birthday, so happy birthday, Chu! And this card is for you. Here's a quick close-up of what the card looks like, and let's get started. The pattern paper I'm using is from Doodlebug Design, and it's their new Under the Sea collection. This collection features like flowers and mermaids and turtles, and it's just super fun and vibrant. I'm also using the candy stripe washi tape, also from Doodlebug Design. And the washi tape matches the pattern paper perfectly. Here's a close-up of the two of them together. I just really get excited and smile and giddy whenever I see the bright, cute patterns and colors that Doodlebug always comes up with. I'm also going to use this really fun cutting plate from Tailored Expressions called Up, Up, and Away. Now the cutting plates from Tailored Expressions are also a lot of fun. This one features 4 balloons along a rectangular frame, and it also comes with 2 separate die cuts, a rounder balloon and an oblong balloon, which you can layer on top of the main cutting plate. I'm using the Mama Elephant Playful Pup stamps and coordinating dies, and I also have the Lawn Fawn Scalloped rectangles, which you see me use all the time, but it's because I love it so much. I'm starting by stamping this playful pup with the envelope in his mouth on some Nina Solar White 110-pound cardstock. And I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, which is my favorite ink to use when I do Copic coloring. The reason why I have a dog on this card is because my friend Jen loves animals, and I am so afraid of every possible animal out there. Pets, dogs, cats, rabbits, mice, squirrels, you name it, I run in the opposite direction. But Jen, on the other hand, she has 2 cats, a dog, in addition to her family, so she's got a full house going on. So I saw this and I just, thought I would incorporate a dog into this card for her. I'm going to be putting the colors that I'm using in the upper corner, and I'm going to speed this up. It's very basic Copic coloring, so I'm going to just speed it up and then I will be back soon. I'm taking the Doodlebug washi tape and just layering them on top of each other, lining them up so that I can make a diagonal pattern background. I love doing this as a technique to either match different colors of paper that I have, or if I just feel like something needs a pop of color, I just layer washi tape on top of it. And there's so many things you can do with washi tape, and the best part is it's completely removable. So if you ever need some low-tack adhesive for something, washi is your answer. Here I'm laying down all 5 colors. I have the orange, the green, the purple, blue, and pink. And now I'm going to go ahead and die cut everything. So I'm going to die cut the little puppy and then a couple of the balloons. I haven't really decided which balloons I want to stick on the card just yet, so at this point I'm just cutting out all 5 balloons and I'm going to play around and see which ones work the best. I'm taking a standard piece of cardstock and I'm just running the Tailored Expressions Up, Up, and Away die cut through that. This will serve as the template that I'll put the washi balloons on top of. I'm also going to use the other half and run the scalloped rectangle die over that to get the inside of my card. That's where I'll write my message. And then the Under the Sea pattern paper, I'm going to run the balloons through that as well. I'm cutting an 8.5 by 11 piece of pink cardstock in half, and then I'm scoring it at the 5.5-inch mark to make a top folding card base. Then I'm going to take this scalloped rectangle insert and I'm stamping the sentiment right in the center. I'm using this pink hybrid ink from Simon Says Stamp called Hollyhock, and I'm going to stamp the Yappy Birthday sentiment from Mama Elephant right in the center. So, Yappy Birthday! Here I have the cutout balloons, and I'm just going old school with an X-Acto knife, no fancy die cutting here. And I'm just cutting the balloons out of the pattern paper frame. And that will fit right on top of the white card insert that I had. I'm taking the little puppy and I want him to just peek out behind the frame. So I'm using my X-Acto knife and I'm just running it under the envelope. I'm not cutting the whole head off, I'm just cutting the envelope edges so that the envelope can peek out over the side. I do, however, need to cut off a few of his toesies. So bye-bye toesies! Now I just want to color in those balloon strings. I don't want them to be stark white, so I'm using, I think, 3 maybe shades of the cool gray Copic markers to color it in. I'm using C00, C1, and C3. And it's very, very subtle, so you can barely see it when I'm done with this. But it is something, it's just not plain white. I also wanted to add a little bit of shadow behind the balloons and the puppies, so I'm using the BG0000 marker. It's a super, super pale blue, almost like an aqua blue. And I'm just outlining or tracing the balloons. And then I've also cut out a mask of the little puppy, and I'm going to trace sort of his outline on the card as well. This is probably a lot more work than necessary. You can't totally see it, but it's a little bit of a shadow effect on the card. And now it's time for adhesive. So I'm going to first glue the Yappy Birthday layer on the inside of the card using my favorite tape runner. It's the Tombow Mono Dots permanent adhesive. It's actually not permanent right away, but it becomes permanent over time. So I'm also going to apply the adhesive to the pattern paper border, and now I'm sticking the balloons on. I'm going to put the green, orange, and blue balloons down using the same tape adhesive, and then I'm going to pop up the pink balloon using some foam adhesive, so it's just a little bit raised, a little bit higher than the rest of the balloons. And now I want the entire frame to be raised over the pink insert, so I'm using these really, really thin strips of foam adhesive. I basically took a Scotch 3M foam roller and I cut it in quarters to make this skinny tape. And now I'm doing like this precision microsurgery. This is as close as you're going to get to surgery when it comes to card making. But I'm taking these tiny, tiny little pieces of foam adhesive and just sticking them on the intersections of the string. It takes a little bit of patience, or maybe a lot of patience. Anyhow, now I'm just taking the foam adhesive backing off of, this last one was difficult, but I'm taking the sticky backing off of it, and then I'm placing it on top of the card and putting the little puppy right on the edge, adding a little bit more shadow using the Copic marker. And then I'm going to use my Wink of Stella glitter brush pen to add a little bit of sparkle and shine to the front of the card. I'm applying it to the strings of the balloon and the puppy, and then also the little flowers. I'm just going with every other flower. I felt like the puppy needed something, so I wanted to cut a little party hat. I'm using the Ella and Friends coordinating dies and cutting out a little cone-shaped party hat. I actually shaped it more into a cone freehand. And then I added an embellishment on top, and that makes a cute little fun party hat. And there we go. So happy birthday, Chew. Here are some close-ups of the card, and thank you everybody for watching. If you're interested in more projects, please visit bubblegumpaper.com, and you can also find me on social media at bubblegumpaper. Catch you next time. Thanks again. Bye.